Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. We're going to have some fun this evening. Is that all right? Would that be okay? Cool. That's me up there. Yeah, that was taken a few years ago. I don't age that much. But it says on here, actor, writer, director, producer, musician, and author. And I don't put that up there to boast, but I put it up there to let you all know that you are all multi-dimensional. You have many talents that are probably dormant within you. You just haven't yet awoken them yet. And, you know, there's so many people in this room, and I want everyone to understand this one important thing, is that, in fact, someone else touched on it earlier, and she said, everyone has a story. Yes, you do. Everyone in here has a different look, you have a different sound, you come from a different area, and there's no one else like you in this world. You are who you are. Society and the world in general will make you feel very small, like you're powerless, and there's not really much you can do. There's lack of opportunities, there's lack of this, lack of that, and there's only so much to go around for whatever it is that you want to do. I don't claim to be politically correct, but that's complete bullshit. And I put it out there to let you all know that you can do, be, and have whatever it is that you want if you are in alignment with what you want and if you truly persevere and never give up. Yeah. So, these are just some screenshots from some of the shows that I've starred in. In the top left-hand corner, there's EastEnders, E20, The Cut, Hotel Babylon, Silent Witness. There are more, but I couldn't throw them all up on here for the sake of time. But intention, this is what it's about. You have to ask yourself, what is it that you really want? And I don't mean what your parents said that you should do, or what your teachers said that it is that you should do. I mean, what do you really want? What do you want really? Dennis started Success Talks because there's something that he wants. He has an intention behind it, which he kindly shared with us earlier. And all of you are in this room, all of you have chosen whatever course that it is you're doing for a specific reason. It's because there's something that you want, right? There's something that you want. This is interactive, so I'm going to be getting some noise in here this evening. There's something that you want, right?
Right.
So you all have some sort of intention, right?
Yes.
So it's very important that you know what that intention is, because intention is that seed that's going to give birth to what it is that you want. Someone, in fact, touched on it as well. The lady who was standing, I can't remember her name. And she said how, oh, I just lost my train of thought there. How about that? But she said something along the lines of, you don't necessarily know how it's going to work out, or something like that. I think that's what she said. Yes, that's exactly how it is going to be. You don't necessarily know how what you want is going to manifest itself for you. See, we're put in this left-brain prison society where you need to work out every single step. You need to know this person, that person. Once again, I repeat, is absolute bullshit. That's not the truth. The truth is, the right people will show up for the right time in your life for a specific purpose based on the seed of intention. So, I'm just going to go a little bit and talk about my journey from idea to web to television. And that's what it really is about. It's about your ideas. Someone else said you have all the resources that you have. You do. You have an imagination. It's just you've been taught to keep out of it. Message. So in terms of ideas, I hear so many people coming up with excuses about, oh, I haven't got enough money to start this. Or, oh, I need to know this person. Oh, I need work experience. I need X, Y, and Z. It doesn't cost money for you to think of an idea. Did you know that you thinking to go get a quarter pounder with cheese and a strawberry milkshake is not an idea? That sounds like an idea to me, and you decided to go and do it. You wasn't forced, no one told you to do it, you thought of an idea, and you actually took action to go pull your finger out your ass and get out there and go get it. Not a nice combination, I know. So, I have never been to drama school, I have never been to film school, I hadn't even learned how to write a script or anything like that. I just knew that I wanted to do something different, because like Rochelle was up here and she mentioned some things that happened in my life, and another person's clearly spoke about, you know, things happen in your life, you know, there's a reason. And you don't necessarily appreciate what they are or what's actually happening to you in the moment, because you're caught in the shit. You're caught in it. This person, oh, mummy and daddy did this. Oh, my ex this, that, and the other. Believe me when I say this, absolutely everything that happens to you is necessary for where it is that you're going, because you chose your path before you came here. You chose your path before you came here. You chose your interactions with the people you meet before you came here. You chose to meet me today. You didn't know that, though, because it's happening at an unconscious level that you can't physically see. So I decided I wanted to create some sort of show, because I was sick of the stereotype roles for young black actors. I was sick of being put up for the same types of things. I was fed up of the newspaper articles saying, well, gangs or hoodies, or this person got arrested, or this young person got shot dead. And to be honest, I was just absolutely sick of it. But I said, you know what? I don't come from one of those broken down families that they keep on putting out there. And if you consistently put it out there, eventually that's what people will believe, which means that will also become your reality. Look at the world we are in today. So I thought of an idea. I said, I'm going to go create a show. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I said, well, my friend said to me, well, why don't you go and create a show about your own life? And I said, that would be very entertaining. It would be very entertaining. Coming from child molestation at the age of 10. Coming from a whole heap of getting arrested for X, Y, and Z. Being in an American prison at the age of 18 years old. So many different things have happened to me in my life. So many different things. And I said, you know what? People love a story. Why don't we write it and actually do something about it to get a show off the ground? Just fast forwarding to TV. I'll speak a little bit more about this slightly afterwards. But remember what I said in the previous slide about intention is the seed of your ideas? The only time you will really understand that is if you're a woman and you're pregnant. Clearly, you know there's a seed inside of you, right? And you know there's a gestation and incubation period for that seed to fully manifest itself. We say it's 9 months, right? But the thing is, you don't know when the manifestation for your idea is going to be manifest. Whether it's you're a designer or whatever course it is that you're doing, you could be a chef, whatever. But you don't know when that is going to manifest for you. Because once, for ladies in here, once you do have that seed in you, you know it's going to come out eventually. But answer this question for anyone who has had a child in here. Once you're pregnant, do you question what's actually, whether the baby's okay inside? You know, like, it's pretty much looked after by Mother Nature, isn't it? It is growing. And then eventually it will come out for everyone to see. I use the analogy in terms of a tree. You plant a seed in the ground, and that tree's not going to shoot through the surface for quite some time. But you know there's something under the ground growing, don't you? And it has the necessary information that it has in terms of the energy, in terms of the nutrients, in terms of the sunlight, in terms of the water. That's all the food that the idea, the seed, needs. And then eventually, as time goes by, it will manifest for everybody to see. You walk on the street now, you will see trees a lot more differently. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's a tree. But before it shot through the surface, you didn't know it was there. You didn't know. And most people give up on their ideas because they can't see it happening when they want it to happen. and they give up. I remember a story about some guy who died and went to heaven. And then he said to God, oh my gosh, there's so many presents up here. Who are these for? And then God said to that person, those were the promised gifts for the people who gave up on their ideas. So, go back. Oh no, I've lost it now, haven't I? Oh, technology, eh? Can you help me out? Can you get that back on? Is everyone all right? Yeah. Doing good, yeah? You doing good? Can we quickly sort this out? All right, so I'm just going to improvise while they're sorting out the technical. There's a slide on here which shows a picture of David and Goliath, right? You are all David, and life, or your chosen field, is Goliath. And I'm sure you all know about the whole David and Goliath thing, don't you? Where he gets a sling and hits the giant on the head. Well, guess what? Life's a bitch. And then you die. So, life is a bitch. And the journey can be a bitch. And life can also hit you upside the head so many times. Oh, here we are. Great. Can I have it back? So, that's you right here. You're going to get so many obstacles. You're going to get so many challenges that's going to test you to see if you're worthy enough, to see if you can handle what it is you really ask for. Remember, intention. Because so many people fall into that trap of, oh, I want this, I want to be a success, I want X, Y, and Z. Are you mentally able to hold what you've just asked for? Are you mentally strong enough to hold what you have asked for? Because if you're mentally weak, you ain't going to handle nothing. You ain't going to handle this big thing you've asked for. You'll fall flat on the ground. Even people that go to the gym and they pump them weights, they know they have to pump them weights to build up the necessary strength to go and lift up X, Y, and Z. There's work to be done. So don't think you can ever treat this path of success or anything that you choose to do, because you'll be lying to yourself, and guess what? You will find out that life will always be a bitch because you'll still be broke. So, I went on to create a show called All About the Mackenzies. It started off online on YouTube. I didn't really know much about YouTube. I just knew that, hey, I wanted to see something on there because people were going to be able to see it. So we created it, and then I took it to Los Angeles in 2012. We won an award out there. We won a BEFTA award for Best Web Series in 2012. Lots of press because there was no web series around. And when I went to the States, there were tons of them out there. UK is always so far behind than the States. So just moving on. So yeah, there's lots of different press that I've been in, especially this one, Man on a Mission, because trust me, you have to be on a mission. You have to be on a mission, because guess what? Only you can determine your own success. Not your friend, not your mum, not your dad, not your lecturer, no one else. Only you can determine it, right? So that was me in LA there. That was the founder of the actual web festival there. And, you know, this is all coming from an idea that just started off in my head. And you have to get excited about your idea. You have to love what it is that you do. So if you know fashion ain't for you, don't do it. Don't do it because someone said, oh, do this or do that. You have to resonate with what you enjoy doing. You don't want it to feel like you're stacking shelves at Tesco. It's boring. And apologies if there's anyone in here that actually does that. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, so many things happened. I had a cast member who killed himself. About a year and a half ago. I got so many doors shut in my face. I was even told my show was too black for TV. A broadcaster exec said that to me. And I said to her, it's a black family, what do you expect?
Preach.
I don't hear anyone complaining about the yellow Simpsons. Come on now. So, you're going to get tested so much. And I want you to know this. You don't need to know how everything's going to happen for you. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not necessarily know what the next step is going to be. That's okay. Because once the seed's in the womb, you don't necessarily really know what's going on inside. You just know it's being looked after. So if you're going to take anything away from me today, understand that any idea or desire it is that you have is being looked after. But just don't give up on it. I doubt the woman will give up on the seed that's already in there. ITV2, this is us, and we're out next month. Please do check us out. Please do check us out. I don't know the specific date yet. I think it was November the 2nd after 2.5 Men. I can't remember what it was. But I never went film school. I never went drama school. I was just a young man who had an idea, decided to turn his life dramas into an actual drama for people to see. Because I have a story to tell. You have a story to tell. It might not be through a show. You might not be in fashion, but you're a designer of your life. Your thoughts are so powerful. They are. They're seeds, and everyone in this world is waiting to see what you have to show them. I don't care if this person's done it. Don't feel because you have these big top moguls that you're nothing. Even they started off very small. I started off very small. This is a dream for most people that go to film school. Most people have been film school and they still don't even get this. And they give up because they were lied to by many different people. Friends who said you can't do it, and believe me, you will get them. The people you start with are not necessarily the people that you'll cross the finish line with. Then you'll really know who your true friends are. Because everyone wants to be around when you're struggling. Well, no, I take that back. No, not necessarily. So, it's you versus your chosen field, or I really should say your life. And if you remember anything today, life's a bitch. So you're going to have to grow some mental strength, understand your mental faculties, your memory, your intuition, your perception, your reason. You've got all these different faculties in here. These resources are here. You just need to develop them. Someone said, oh, I got crap memory. No, you have a magnificent memory. You just never developed it. So it goes back to intention. What's your intention? What's your purpose? Why are you here? Or are you just here to pay bills and die? What do you want? Everyone say, what do I want? What do I want? Everyone, interact with me. You're talking about a whole cosmic universe here that's here to support you. What do I want? Give yourselves a round of applause. And get excited! So this is me. I want to thank... Oh, for sake. Can we get that back? That's supposed to have the details in it. But basically, that was just going to have my details on me, on there, to just basically say my Twitter is @sbenta. So that's SBENTA. Forget it. Pictures say 1,000 words, right? There it is. So snapshot, you can get your phones out and stuff. And I'll be happy to handle any questions that anyone has. But remember this, life's a bitch. It is. Treat her nice. She will treat you nice. You treat it like a bitch, it will treat you like a bitch. So remember that. You are magnificent people. Magnificent. Given God-given faculties of the human imagination. More powerful than knowledge. And that's exactly what Einstein said. More powerful than knowledge. I don't care what textbooks throw at you or what your lecturer says, and they can argue with me afterwards. I'll take them on. I ain't ramping no more. Human imagination. That's what it's about. If you can think it, and you can see it, and you can feel it, you can do it. Don't let anyone take you away. You're magnificent and you can do it. You're beautiful. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a good thing that you didn't have a handheld mic, because I feel like you would have dropped the mic. Thank you very much for that very inspirational speech. I'm sure you guys enjoyed that.